Good morning, YouTube. Sorry my video was frozen at the beginning. As usual, it is Sunday the 22nd at 9 a.m. So worship service starts at 10:30. And after worship service, I'll be going to work at Sephora. I just wanted to make a tutorial for you. As you guys know, I've done a recent Sephora haul where I picked up 5 items. So I just want to make videos using those 5 items so that you can see, I can see, we can all experience how these items are working for me and if they are worth the money that I spent. So far I'm pretty pleased, but you guys know that I like to experiment and really try the products out in multiple ways, even if they are being used in a way that the instructions don't say. Sometimes you can find a better use for things and find ways to make things work better for you and your skin and your needs. So as you can see, my face is cleansed and I exfoliated using my green tea scrub from St. Ives. I'm still experiencing a little bit of breakouts just right here on my chin, and I think I saw a new one. That's a really small one and a small one. Coming out, I moisturize using aloe vera gel and castor oil. I did both today because I'm planning to do powder only. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some I cannot speak today. Add some more moisture to my skin by moisturizing using my Bobbi Brown sample, and this is the Extra Repair Moisture Cream. I'm just going to take a little bit of that much, and I'm going to just rub this into the skin. Really making sure I get under the eyes. And you're probably thinking, wow, this girl's crazy. She has oily skin and she just moisturized with aloe vera gel, castor oil, and an Extra Repair Moisture Cream. But it really does help your foundation to go on so much smoother and evenly. And it also prevents your skin from overproducing oil because your skin is super duper moisturized. And I think I'm going to try a powder only routine using the Color Effects powder that I got. Because you guys know how much I love my powder only routine. My Hurricane and Chill makeup. It's fast, simple, easy, and it makes you look good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Cover FX mattifying primer with acne treatment, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this. I don't want to use too much. I'm just going to put a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here, and it's like sliding down my face. But I'm going to really focus that in my T-zone area and on the cheeks, and then my forehead and the brows, because my eyelids also get oily. So I'm just kind of mixing everything all together. Aloe vera gel, castor oil, Extra Repair Moisture Cream, and this primer. And it's so smooth. I usually don't really, well, I don't know. It can go either way with silicone primers for me, whether I like them or I don't like them. So rubbing all this in, making sure to get my neck as well. Do not neglect the neck. Take it down to your dégagé. I think this is your dégagé. But you can see mine is much lighter than my face. So, that brings me to yesterday at work. I decided I wanted to do a color IQ, but I already had on makeup, so I wanted to do it like I did it on my arm, like this side of my arm, the dark part of my arm, which you can see with the lighting, is deeper than my face and my chest, but matches my neck because my neck is darker than my face and my chest. So I did this part of my arm. Then I did the lighter part of my arm, which is lighter than my face and matches like right in between my breasts. And then I also did my neck just to see what color it would give me. And it gave me 1Y13, which is, what is her name? C Key Beauty. They gave me the matches to all of her foundations that she uses on her face. And she's not much lighter than me, but she's definitely lighter than I am. So then I did one color darker, and that was 1Y14, which gave me all the foundation colors of Jackie Aina and most of the YouTubers that I watch. But I feel like if I were to buy those foundations, even though in their drugstore foundation matches, they look good on me, if I were to buy their high-end foundation matches, I feel like they'd be too light. So I've been actually wearing the same colors that, what's her name? Dark Skin Diva wears, and Janelle B. Stewart wears, and what's the one who just cut off all her hair? She has an accent, kind of. She's darker than I am, but I've been wearing the same foundation colors that they wear because I'm afraid that it's gonna be too light, and I'd rather match to my body because, as you can see, my hands are darker than my face. My face is kind of light compared to my body, so I don't know. It's been a struggle trying to figure out what I want to do, but I said it's up to you. Now that we're entering winter, most of the time I'll match to my chest or not to my body since my body's covered, but I don't even care right now. I can't think of this YouTuber's name. Really beautiful, dark skin. Her eyes are kind of more wide set. She had natural hair, then she relaxed it, and then she literally just buzzed it all off. I can't remember her name. But basically, I've been wearing all the same foundation shades that she's been matched with when she goes to IMATS and BeautyCon and stuff like that, which is usually the darkest shade in most of these brands. Anyways, I need to continue on. So we have moisturized, prepped, primed the skin. Let's go on with this Cover FX powder. And this is their pressed mineral foundation in N110, which I was playing around at Sephora yesterday. I can wear N100 or N110. This is just the darkest shade that we have at our Sephora, even though they have made more shades. And actually, when I did my match, it said that I should wear G110, golden 110, but we don't have that color where I work. It really is all trial and error. So to apply this, I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics 117 brush, and it's just a very dense angled flat top brush, which is great for packing on powder. And that's what the color looks like, which I think it looks nice on me. I don't think it looks too dark. And it's not too red or anything like that. So I'm literally just going to press it onto my skin. You guys know how I do. And we'll do one half of my face so we can compare. And I'm drinking coffee, by the way. I haven't drunk coffee in a video in a long time. But I've just really been feeling some coffee. And you can see the blemishes disappearing. The acne spots disappearing right before your eyes. Funny story from yesterday while I was at work. One of my students and his mother came in to Sephora. She was like, "What, you work here too?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she was like so happy. She was like boasting at me. She was like, "Oh, Miss Ishman works with the band at York and all this stuff." And then another lady came in who lives like really close to the high school. So she was like, "Yeah, I heard the band last night. What was going on?" And I was like, "Oh, we were having a playoff game." So that was really cool to, you know, see and meet people that I already kind of know and work with and that live in the area of the high school that I work at. It's always nice seeing my students outside of, well, not always nice. Sometimes it's nice to see my students in the real world, we'll call it the real world. So that they know that I'm like a real human being and that I don't just work with the band. Like, I have a real life, y'all. I know people, I have other jobs. Because I think some kids don't think that, like, they don't think teachers actually, like, go home and do other things. I think it's hard for them to understand and believe. Alright, so I'm almost done doing half my face, and I'm looking in the mirror that's in the compact, which is actually really, like, I don't know, like, clear? I don't know how to describe it to you. Like, it just looks really good. And as you can see, it is a little bit deeper. It's not too red or too yellow or anything like that. I feel like it's very neutral, which I like. But it is darker than my normal skin, but it matches very well with my neck. And it matches to my body, like the darker parts of my body. So you can see that it is definitely not as golden brown as my skin normally is, but it looks really, really good with my neck and my body. So the next time I purchase this powder, I might get either G110, which was suggested by the Color IQ, or I might just get N100. I don't really think it oxidizes. It's just the lighting in Sephora is kind of dim. So I look way darker than I normally do when I take a picture outside anyway. Let me get close up so you can see like the coverage. No powder. With powder. I just think it looks really good. I just love like that you can get sheer to full coverage with any Cover FX products. I think I'm gonna try Becca foundation next. Maybe for my birthday I'll wear Becca. We'll see. I might want to try out a Cover FX foundation, but I just was interested in the powders because I heard that my coworker told me that like their cream foundation is like super like cakey, heavy duty, and feels heavy on the skin, which I don't want. But I might try their natural finish foundation, except for the fact that the finish of that is very like dewy skin-like, and I don't feel like combating all that. And I know that I think it's Vicky Logan really likes the concealers, or is it Monica Staltmuse? But they really like the Cover FX like concealer, which I was thinking about getting, but I don't really wear concealer, so. But you can wear concealer as like a foundation. You can do whatever you want with your makeup. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face with this powder. And I also like wearing powder only because it helps to control oil. But yeah, you can see that it is deeper than me, but that's okay. Because in the end, it looks really good with my body. But literally, I'm just swirling in the powder, pressing into the skin. I actually sold this powder to a client yesterday at Sephora. It was an older lady, but she's just like, I just want something to help even out my skin tone that is really fast and simple, but doesn't look like too much. And I sold her this powder because I told her you can make it sheer or you can make it full coverage, just depending on how you apply it. And I told her about the different brushes you could use and how using a flat top brush like this one was going to give you medium to full buildable coverage. But if you use a fluffy brush, you can get light sheer coverage. And I showed her the different types of brushes, and she's with her daughter, who was super sweet, and they're just beautiful, two beautiful black women that were just, genuinely wanting to learn more about makeup. And I think that's why I love my job so much, because I'm still learning more about makeup. And I get to help other people learn more about makeup. And sometimes the clients teach me things. And of course, my coworkers teach me things because they've been working there way longer than I have. And it's just like, you're just having fun learning about a hobby that you have. And you're just sharing your knowledge and your tips and tricks with other people to help them enhance their natural beauty. I think that's why I really, really do love working there. And I would totally not be mad if working at Sephora became a career for me later on in the future. Like, I have to teach for 4 years, but and I love teaching, don't get me wrong. But, you know, like, I just have so many different interests and passions that I could really go anyway. Like, there's so many things I would be happy doing for my life, like, for the rest of my life at this point. So, I'm just making sure that I get the chin area, around the ears. So, you want to make sure all that is well blended so that you have a seamless transition from your face to your neck and your body and to your hairline. And this is basically the finished look, which you can see I have full coverage. Just look how my skin looks. This looks healthy and radiant, and like I was born this way. Like I woke up like this, but I surely did not. So you ain't gotta tell nobody. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get some more of these powders in different like shades. Like a highlighting one, and you know. And another thing, if you didn't watch my videos previous to this one with the haul and the other makeup tutorial I did, is that Cover FX is a vegan brand. So their products are really, really good for the skin. Well, they're better for your skin than other makeup brands because they don't have any of those harsh chemicals or fragrance or any of those bad things that are not good for your skin. I love that they're vegan. And so I think over time I'll probably see my skin improve if I do decide to switch completely over to Cover FX like face products. Just gonna add a little bit more around my mouth where I have some hyperpigmentation darkness. It's really just on my upper lip. That is a little bit deeper than the rest of my skin. And as you can see, my birthmark is completely covered. You can't even tell that I have a birthmark. Which is funny because one time I didn't wear makeup to class and my professor thought I was in an abusive relationship. That I was like, had been a victim of domestic violence because my birthmark is right on my forehead and he thought someone hit me. And he was like super concerned. It was actually kind of funny how like serious he was. But I was like, no, it's just my birthmark, Dr. Imler. I promise. I'm not being hit by anyone. I wasn't in a fight. So look at that. And by using all those moisturizers and moisturizing with an oil, it gives a more like glow, like that natural glow, which is not pregnancy glow. It's just moisturized skin glow. Yeah, I've had somebody have the nerve to tell me that they think that I'm pregnant. I was just like, rude much? Like, you don't tell somebody, I think you're pregnant. No, ma'am. That would be an immaculate conception. An asexual conception. All right. Let me drink some coffee. So what do you think? Tell me what you think about this color. I think it looks good. Obviously, you saw it is darker than my face. It is deeper than my chest, but it matches my neck well. Which you can see my neck is darker than my body because there's a line. Thank you, Bandcamp and genetics. But I think it looks good with my body. It is a little dark, but it's not bad. Alright, so let's move on to eyes because new palette. Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the self-made palette, and I've been looking up tutorials like crazy because I'm just so excited to use this palette. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I already did one look using it, which was my Jeffree Star inspired look. So what are we gonna do today? Let's take, I'm like so happy. Let's take hot chocolate and put that in the crease, which is this brown right here. And I'm using the brush that the palette came with. Oh wow, well that's deeper than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, we have hot chocolate in the crease, and I really like this color. Is it Isla? It's like a turquoise seafoam green color. If like turquoise and seafoam green had a child, it would be this color. It's a very unique color that I don't think I have a color like this at all. Not even in my low end palettes or my like huge 120 palettes from BH Cosmetics. I don't think I have a color like this at all, so I really wanted to use that today. I'm just not sure if I want to put that on my lid. This color. Excuse me. Well, we have this matte brown in the crease. Let's use self-made today. We're going to keep it on the kind of natural herb side. So I'm going to use self-made, which is, this is the self-made palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's this beautiful shimmery gold. Ooh, I like hot and cold too. Okay, let's do self-made first. And I'm using the brush that the palette comes with. I'm taking self-made and putting that on the lid, but I'm gonna stop halfway. As you can see, and I'm pressing it onto the lid to prevent fallout. I'm stopping halfway, so go up to the crease and then stop halfway across the lid. Like so. We're gonna do the other eye. Okay, I think I want, okay, there's too many colors for me to choose from. But we're about to get somewhat fancy. You see, I'm just pressing it onto the lid. Stopping halfway. Excuse me in my nose. I'm sorry it's gross, but every video my nose just starts to run and run and run. Alright, so I stopped halfway. And now what I'm going to do is take... Wow, this is really pretty. I'm going to take Metallic Plum, actually, because it's a little bit deeper than Hot and Cold, which this is Hot and Cold. This one's Metallic Plum. I'm going to take Metallic Plum, using the same brush, just going to wipe it off, and apply that to the other half of my eyelid. Hopefully you can see that. Yep, you see how it's kind of split in half. And I'm going to start to kind of drag it over into the crease as well. Right now it looks very unblended and not cute, but we're gonna get it together. Just make sure that you apply it all over the other half, the outer half of your eyelid. If you have this palette, if you don't, just use a deep kind of metallic glittery purple. And then I'm also going to bring some into that crease right above the fold. And we're bringing it all the way in now. Like so. Now what I'm going to do is wipe the brush off again, go back into Self-Made, which is the gold that we have right here. And we're going to start to fuse the two shadows together. So that the transition between the two is not so abrupt and harsh. And I'm literally just overlapping it into the purple some, into the metallic plum. Like so. That's what the eye should look like. Now I'm going to go back into hot chocolate and blend out the crease and the edges of this. And I'm winging it out. You guys know I like to wing out my shadows. Just making the edges of this very hazy and blended. And I really like this hot chocolate color because it's darker than what I normally use in my crease. So it really keeps the attention on the actual shadows that are on my lid. Sometimes when I use Morocco, it kind of takes away because Morocco is like a reddish tone. But this one is way closer to my skin tone. And it's more of like a shadow. So it looks really good when I use deeper colors like this. And last but not least, I'm going to take the same fluffy side and get Metallic Plum and add more to the crease in the outer V to deepen it up. Alright, so that's what the eye should be looking like. Now what I'm going to do is take Metallic Plum and apply it to the bottom lash line. Using this brush, just flipping it over. And I'm focusing on the bottom 2/3 because I'm going to put something in the inner corner. I just don't know yet. Probably Self-Made. Or I might be Fancy. Nope, we're going to do Self-Made. And I'm making it kind of smoky. I don't know if you can see that down there compared to this eye. I'm really just going in with this Metallic Plum. It's a really pretty color. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of forehead creasing. I don't know if you can see it right there. And my face also looks kind of oily. It's more shine than the natural shine I had at first. But of course, you know, we are going to address all of those issues. So we have like a very smoky kind of golden plum eye going on. Alright, so with the same brush, just going to wipe it off and take Self-Made and apply that to my inner corner and the bottom 1/3 of my lower lash line. The inner 1/3 of my bottom lower lash line. And the inner corner. I don't know if you just heard my stomach growl. My stomach stays growling when I'm recording. Alright. I'm trying to think, what do I want to use to highlight the brow bone? I think I want a matte brow bone highlight. So let me go ahead and address my face situation. I'm just taking the same brush I used to apply the powder, and I'm just going to pat out the creasing, pat out the oil. I pat it out. Oh, this is a really pretty color, a really pretty look. Alright, so now I'm going to take the color Buttery from this Self-Made palette, which is right over here. As you can see, it's coming off white on camera, but it really is like a off-white eggshell yellow kind of color. Buttery, like butter. And I'm going to take the same brush and take a little bit, a wee little bit, and use this to highlight the brow bone. And this is a matte color. But you see that worked wonderful. And I'm also kind of shaping up the plum, kind of giving it more of a point. I'm using it to shape the eye look. So as you can see, they now have a nice point on the corners. So that's it for the eyes. I'm not going to do any eyeliner today. I'm just going to add mascara, and I'm going to do my brows off camera, and I'm going to do my lips off camera. But I will show you the lip color I'm thinking about wearing. Well, I'm not thinking about it. I am going to wear. It is one of my matte lip, what's it called? Ultra matte lips from ColourPop. and it's in the color Guess, which is a super, super deep purple. I'm really excited to wear this. Again, this is Guess, and as you can see, it's a really deep purple. I think it will really accent the metallic plum on my eyelids. I was like, what is on my eyes? So let's go ahead and finish the face. I kind of want to keep the face really, really simple. You guys know when I do my powder only, usually that's it. Like, I just powder my face and call it a day. But I think I am going to wear, I'm not going to do any contouring or highlighting with another powder. I think I'm just going to put on some highlighter. Do I feel like wearing blush? If I wear blush, what color blush would I wear? I don't think we're going to do any blush. We're just going to do some highlighter. And I'm going to use my Black Radiance in Ginger Snap. And we're just going to highlight and diffuse the highlight out and just be dewy, shimmery, glowy today. And I'm using my Coastal Scents fan brush for this. And I'm really going in this highlight. So we're going to have an extra, extra, extra glow today. Extra, extra, read all about it. And I'm going to take some up here as well. And I think I'm going to throw on top of this some of my, oh yeah, there we go. Some of my, what was that face? Some of my, what is the company? Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder. Because I did use a lot of moisturizer and I'm naturally oily and it's taken over already. Basically, we're just going to use a lot of highlighter. I'm also doing right above the eyebrow, that general region. Kind of making a V right here and right here. Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo, doo doo. Like arrows right here of highlighter. And of course, we're going to go down the bridge of the nose. I just feel like being glowy today. I don't think I could not be glowy right now. Cupid's bow. Let's throw some of this more on the brows. Right in between the brows. The cheeks are already done. Alright, so we are now highlighted to the gods. And I'm going to take this e.l.f. powder brush. Going through my little makeup bag that I take with me everywhere. Taking out what I don't need. Alright. So last but not least on this video because I need to finish drinking my coffee, which is why I don't want to apply the lip on camera, but I'll post a picture. The picture for this video will be of me with the completed finished look. Oh goodness, I can't speak. So like I said, I'm taking my Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder and this e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to just go all over my face with this. I'm applying it quite lightly. This stuff is very powerful, as you can see, and it will make me look a little ashy, but as soon as my natural oils start to come back through, I don't look ashy anymore. And I'm going over the highlight, I'm going over everything because it's not going to make it disappear. Of course, this is my first time trying this out as powder only, and I know now not to use that much moisturizer. And like I said, this will make me look ashy at first, but that'll go away. Right now, we just need to keep the oil down packed. And that's it for this video. If you want to see the completed look, check me out on my Instagram, on my Snapchat, and I want to say shout out to my new subscribers because I'm almost to my goal of 500. And that will be my last goal, is just to have 500. I think having 500 subscribers is just amazing, and I never expected for my channel to grow as much as it has, and I'm just thankful to be at 500, and that's my life goal, is 500 subscribers, is to maintain 500 subscribers. I know my videos are extremely long. I know that my style of doing makeup isn't everyone's cup of tea, but tweak it to fit you, and I just hope that you can take from my tips and the little bit of makeup knowledge that I do have, and that it helps you in your own makeup journey. But I'm loving this look. I can't wait to finish it. And like I said, if you want to see it, check me out on my social media, which all the links are below. But I really do appreciate all of you. I'm going to finish my coffee, get dressed, head to church, and head to work. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Awkwardly puts things away. Bye, YouTube.